Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 6, day number 11 of the CCS. My name is, of course, Talon, and welcome. So tonight we are going to be having two matchups. We will be having Minor Esports and Paradox. The second matchup at 9:30 will be Core Impact versus Honor Among Thieves. Now, just a little bit of a heads up. There has been an interesting disqualification. That would be Equinox. Equinox is disqualified. They unfortunately were trying to make too many roster changes, so they have been eliminated from the league. It is yet to be known if someone will step in to take their place. However, Ferocity has been granted that win. So that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. Originally, Minor Esports and Paradox were scheduled to be on the off stream, but we decided, and they both agreed, that they would be on the on stream just to fill this time slot. So we thank you to both of those teams. So with that, let's go ahead and get right on into the lineups for today's first matchup, Minor Esports versus Paradox. So first up, we have Minor Esports. We have EXO. We have Green Frog 13, Blue, Wonderful, and of course Dot Dashed. Very, very solid lineup from all these guys here. I expect our main fragger EXO. He's been doing pretty good so far, so we're gonna have to see exactly how he decides and how he performs tonight. Other than that, pretty good lineup there. Next up, on the opposite side, we have Paradox. Paradox, we have JT, Mayhem, Vortex, Nyx, and Heavy. Now, we have seen some really good things out of Paradox. You know, they started off kind of shaky, but as they've gotten better throughout the league, I think we've definitely seen and they've proven that they've really grown together as a team. You know, Mayhem he's really, really good on the roam, especially on Oregon. I feel like he can be just a nut job over on Bridge. You know, so if teams don't really know how to shut that roam game down, I think that they might have some issues. So it's going to be really up to Minor. Make sure you get your drones all nice and solid. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on into the standings. I'll let you look at it for now. We do have Effie and Hat up at the top. Effie is still undefeated. All the way at the bottom is Omen. Now, a little bit deceiving. Omen did have to take up the record of the team that they replaced. So they, of course, are not 0-5. They are another pro team that was coming in to replace the slot. EQ looks like third from the bottom. Will also be replaced, I believe. So look out for that in the coming future. Alright, and with that, we're going to go ahead and hopefully get right on into the bans. Minor Esports versus Paradox is going to be Paradox's ban first. Paradox will also have the first pick. So the ban links have now been sent out, so as soon as the teams get right on that, we should be getting a live feed right from the teams themselves to see what they go ahead and ban. Alright, first ban coming up from Paradox will be, of course, Consulate. Nothing too crazy here. I wasn't really expecting too much, at least out of Consulate. Maybe not really favorable with the up and down vertical maps, so we're going to have to see exactly how they decide to continue with their bans, of course. Second one coming up is Minor, banning Oregon. Now, that's actually kind of surprising to me. You know, if I were these guys, you know, I'd be saying, all right, let's take them on Oregon, you know. But maybe they went through the VODs, maybe they looked and they saw something that they're not exactly ready for. So it's all in the strategy of the bans. But if it was me personally, I definitely wouldn't be banning Oregon just yet. I think I would leave it until the very end. But this could mean that maybe Minor also wants to ban Border. Of course, Border and Oregon being the two dominant maps right now, both in CCS and ESL for that matter. Coming up next, Paradox banning Bank. Nothing too crazy. Bank's not really too vertical. It does have several layers to it, but it's not exactly as vertical as Consulate in terms of like through the floor sort of stuff. Maybe a little bit when you're talking about up inside of tellers, but nothing too crazy. Now, this next one coming up from Miner is what I'm really looking forward to. Is it going to be Border? Is it going to be Club? Is it going to be Chalet? Are they trying to get rid of these really solid maps? If it was me and I was in Miner's position right now, I would totally just go ahead and get rid of all the meta maps and try to play Paradox in some of these off maps. Right now, you do have Coastline, you do have Skyscraper, you have all these maps that you can go to and you can utilize, and it looks like Paradox might actually run out of bans. Paradox looks like they're trying to get rid of some of the bands that, or the maps that haven't really been played, and unfortunately there's just so many maps that you can't ban them all is what I'm trying to say. So it's really going to be interesting to see. I think Miner's really taking their time, being very deliberate, making sure they get their action completed. I'm looking at the stream right now, a bunch of actions completing coming up. Pulls up a playlist, action completed. Other than that, I think it should be pretty good. We are starting to also get players into the lobby while we wait. Currently have 5 out of the 10 so far. Most of Paradox is in. So as soon as we get these bans done and we get both teams fully in here, we will get right on in. I don't want to waste any time as much as possible. So the next ban will be Cafe, coming from Miner. Now that's another interesting one. So you go and ban Oregon. Obviously that was a very strategic ban coming out from Miner, but then they decide to ban Cafe. Maybe they do want to go for Border. So then here comes Paradox with the reply saying, all right, we don't want to play Skyscraper. And remember, Coastline still is in it. So you do have to remember, if Miner doesn't ban Coastline right now, it's going to be in the final 3. We have Coastline, we have Club, we have Border. We have these maps that, other than Border, aren't really played too much. So maybe we'll definitely see either Club or Border. Either one of those two is going to go in. Okay, well, it's not going to be Border, so that's going to be Miner. Also, so that now Miner has banned both Oregon and Border, which tells me they're not really as confident. They're not very confident, that they don't want to play these normally 50-50 maps, so they really want to try their luck on some of these harder maps. So, of course, Coastline, Club, so I'd like to really see a Coastline pick. We've seen it once or twice in the past, but it hasn't really been to the point where we really know it. So, first pick coming up from Paradox will, of course, be Clubhouse. It is a map that a lot of teams know, so I'm not surprised that they wouldn't pick that. I think that if Miner banned Clubhouse, now that would have been interesting. If they went for an Oregon Club and then Border ban, well, with that, we will be seeing Chalet is going to be the final pick for Miner, and of course, Coastline will be that tiebreaker. So we now have our 3 maps. We're just going to go ahead and get the rest of the players into the lobby, and then we will get right into it as soon as we can. But I mean, other than that, it's very interesting to me that I guess Paradox, if they really didn't really want those vertical maps, they took out Skyscraper, they took out Concept, but then they went with Chalet. Chalet it's very vertical on both sites. A lot of times in the basement of Chalet, a lot of people don't realize, but in Great Room floor has been fixed now. It was broken for the very, very long time where you couldn't sledge or shoot through it or anything, but they did fix it. So you can shoot all the way down into that basement, and there's several very, very key spots, especially to where you put mirrors that you can actually deny from upstairs in the Great Room. Now, it is very, very risky to be in Great Room, especially if you don't clear out those roamers, but if you can clear roamers and you have control of the map, why not do it? Why not go and bring up as much as you can and just apply pressure on all the angles that you can. So very interesting that they kind of let that slip by, or excuse me, that Paradox let that slip by, especially seeing as they picked Clubhouse, a very static, a very known, a very stratted map, I would kind of say. So it should be pretty good. If I had to put my predictions out there, I think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to go down to Coastline. It's going to be a 2-0. Now, I know it's going to be a 2-0, but I can't say for which team. I mean, on one hand, you have EXO on Miner, who's done really, really well, and this Miner team is, I believe, actually just recently renamed, but they've done decently, but we just haven't seen them fully perform to their potential. They're currently about 2-3-ish. I don't know, they could be off by a game or two, so obviously they've lost some games, and they've won a few as well, but I really need to see them work together more as a team. Whereas Paradox, on the other hand, didn't really start out too well, but then it has, again, really kind of come back in this league to really show that they can prove and be a better team. So I'd honestly think it's probably going to be Paradox's game to lose, but we'll have to see. Anything can honestly happen. It's all going to come down to aim duels and aim fights, especially on Clubhouse. Are they going to push a Blackbeard down inside a tunnel? Are they going to be playing smoke in tunnel? Who's playing the smoke? That's going to be a really good question. Are they ready to counter anything coming down in tunnel? A lot of times you'll see smokes either use their 3 smoke grenades too early, or they're just not even going to play it at all, or they just get picked off too early without using their smokes. There's 3 different things that can really happen that they really need to make sure that they're on top of, because if you lose tunnel and you lose the guy, especially if you die in tunnel, that can be a very, very big problem. So assuming Smoke can win his gun duel there in tunnel, I think the defense should be able to hold. Of course, there is no Glaz, so we don't really have to worry about Glaz pushing down into Smoke, so that definitely helps him hold that tunnel, but it's not exactly going to be the same effect, really. A lot of recent pushes we've seen actually just a single thermite trying to push down into tunnel with or without a drone. It's been pretty common, honestly, that we've seen him. So interesting to note that, hey, some of these teams are deciding we're not going to bring a Blackbeard, or we're going to bring a Blackbeard, we're going to put him down into blue. So there's tons and tons of different ways that this can go. Currently, we now have 7 out of the 10 players in the lobby, just waiting for the last 3 remaining players from Minor Esports, and then we will get started. Alrighty, now it looks like we do now have all the players in the lobby. As soon as we get all these teams to go ahead and ready up, we will get started. This will be map number 1. Let's make sure we change that map as well to Clubhouse. Clubhouse. Looks like Minor Esports should be starting on defense. Yes, please do change the map. Make sure we are not starting there on Clubhouse. As soon as these teams give us the go-ahead, we will begin. Alrighty, there we go. We have now fixed it. Just gonna make sure it's all nice and centered for you guys. Let me know if you guys have any issues or if you need me to fix anything else. Let's get that sound up as well. Alrighty. So go ahead, right on into it. We do have now Paradox is going to be on the attack first. They are bringing a Buck and a Blackbeard. So that could mean we could be seeing a Blackbeard either push down, tunnel, or maybe even into blue, while Buck getting rid of that player inside of back armory. Speaking of back armory, we do not have a pulse. Now, we have been seeing a lot of teams play that pulse, really try and keep that Buck off and out of kitchen. However, without the introduction or without the inclusion of pulse, we're not going to be able to really prevent them from taking that kitchen control. You do have the Echo, but that really isn't going to be doing all that much in the thick of it. So, very interesting to see that they just did not decide to bring it. And that they will just be giving up back armory control. Honestly, they put one barbed wire on the hatch, so they're basically saying, alright, well, you guys are going to get it, but I feel like they're personally kind of weak inside of West Armory, or West Arsenal, excuse me.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
So we'll have to see exactly what goes down. We do have JT, and it looks like Heavy spawning over inside of construction, so we could be seeing maybe even the Blackbeard push down into Oil Pit, because he did spawn over by Garage. A little bit of early droning coming out. JT just going to go ahead and open up what he needs to. He will eventually go into Kitchen. Once he goes into Kitchen, he should be applying pressure from above. Meanwhile, we'll probably have Heavy on Thermite. Once he's done droning, he'll probably end up go ahead and open up that tunnel. Maybe apply a little bit of pressure. We'll have to wait and see. They did also bring the Hibana, so they have a couple of options here. Maybe open up some hatches. Now, interesting to note that they did not reinforce stock hatch, which means they kind of were able to open that up for free with the Buck. Good on Paradox for droning that, making sure that it's all clean. I do realize now that there is a castle in play from the defenders, so they're going to have to be careful with that. Now, we did have smoke on the main stairs. He was accompanied by a yokai drone. So you see that dot dash on the yokai drones. We'll have to see. Green Frog has been pushed back just by the drones. Buck applying a little bit of pressure from above. Not going to be able to find anything. Not even really going to apply any significant damage. I think they realized that he was there, and they did a great job of pushing him on back. So now all the players now centered around inside of Church. Like I said, there's no one inside of Armory, which means they're really only relying on that Echo drone to do everything for them. And when you're relying on just that Echo drone, well, what happens if it gets taken out? It's still on main stairs right now. How do you rotate it down? So right now we do have Blackbeard actually at the bottom of the main stairs. He should get pre-fired. Yep, there he goes. He gets pre-fired right away. Not exactly sure what your plan is. You need to be opening that up with the Hibana, especially when you have a Thatcher and a Hibana. You really need to be applying pressure there. There he goes. The Hibanas now have gone off. Great job from him from getting those started right away. Mayhem on the other side. Looks like Vortex will be able to pick up Exo. That's going to be bringing it back to a 4-on-4. Interesting to see that Exo was being very aggressive there, making sure and trying to keep that angle. But unfortunately, it just did not work out for him, as if they did have the angles for him. Now, I feel like the attacking team are really focusing on this Church when they have to see that Arsenal is so empty. Mayhem was able to pick up Dot Dashed. That's going to be the Echo, which means there's no yokai at all. A little bit of trading of bullets coming out. That's going to down Wonderful. That's at the hands of Mayhem. Here comes out Blue. He's going to get protected by JT from above. JT's going to go ahead and drop. Meanwhile, we have Vortex and Mayhem cleaning up the rest of the defenders. So, honestly, I feel like that entire round, the attackers were just kind of pushing into and towards Church. They got all the defenders centered in there. But why didn't the diffuser just drop into Arsenal? Like, you guys would have had a free plant. Instead, they lost the Blackbeard pushing down into main stairs. Obviously, it didn't really matter because they still won the round. But I feel like if Miner was able to make their hit shots count, like, say, for example, if Exo was able to pick up someone else, like the Hibana, if they were able to do all these things, then I think they would have been in a much harder position, the attackers. So Paradox, I would like to have seen them, drone out both sites and see and decide, okay, we need to go for this or we need to go for this. So it really is going to depend on how they set up their defense, but we'll have to see. So here comes Paradox with their first defense, starting out downstairs. Again, no pulse. I feel like this is a reoccurring theme from both teams so far. There is no pulse, which means they're kind of giving up armory control. How do you expect to stay inside of armory with no pulse? I just don't understand the line of thought here. I mean, I do like this lineup a little bit better. There is no Mira. Miner was able to, they usually were bringing a Mira, so as you saw that again, back down on Church Wall. It did pick up the Blackbeard, so good on them, but then it got countered by the Hibana, so nothing really too crazy there. But again, I would have liked to have seen a pulse instead of a mirror at the very least. You know, they did also have the castle. Now that did slow them down a considerable bit, but it wasn't enough in the end. You know, if you're going to bring a castle, you need to be doing something else so that you waste their utility, when in the end all they did was just punch open at least 2 of them and then just go ahead and use your utility on the actual players themselves, and they were able to take the site just fine.
Clearing the way.
Either way, there is no thermite, so that's an interesting decision. Now they are bringing a Capital as well. This is a very interesting attacking lineup, very frag heavy, I would say. You know, especially with that Capital in there, maybe getting into Kitchen. They don't have a buck either, so this honestly, both teams are kind of ignoring Kitchen right now. They're both kind of ignoring the fact that they can just drop into Arsenal, and it wouldn't be that big of an issue. So we do have Nyx down here. He is down here to try and deny a Habana, I believe, with the impacts. You still see that he has one. They have opened up those holes, so that way, if they do decide to put those Habana charges on, that he can just throw it up. He has rotated out, so maybe they've decided not to do that. We did just see, or hear, Bard get opened as well, so I believe maybe he used one of them to deny it. We'll have to see. But with no thermite, we're not going to be seeing any pressure into tunnel, which means Nyx and Vortex are going to be able to sit in this east side of Arsenal downstairs and just kind of hold it. You know, they really have no pressure here. I mean, yes, they do have this stock hatch, which is, of course, what Dash is looking down, but that's not really that big of a deal in the end of it because, okay, what are you going to do? You're going to drop down into heavy right there? You're going to drop down into barbed wire? Where's your nades? Where's your Thatcher? You don't have a Thatcher to clear any ADSs, so you're going to have to use flashbangs. That's not really that great. Now you have 2 people in blue. They know they're above here. You know, they know they're, like, all coming around. You know, we do have the Valkyrie JT circling all the way around to, looks like garage. There is one person watching him, so if he decides to go up that ladder, he will, or should get picked off, I should say. You know, he's decided to come all the way back. He realizes he gets watching. He's going to cross the hole. Not quite going to be able to do it. Meanwhile, we do have Heavy just kind of trading back some bullets back and forth. Right now, the attacking team really doesn't have any footholds right now. You know, they have inside of Moto. Here comes Wonderful. He gets picked off by JT, and that's not a very good sign at all. Again, there's just 0 footholds from the attacking teams. They don't have blue. They don't have Moto anymore. They don't have tunnel. They don't even have, like, bottom of main stairs. Now, EXO is downstairs, I believe, inside that main hall. Looks like EXO will pick up 1, 2. He gets traded back by Mayhem. So that does a little bit of damage, but it's still not enough. They do know the Blackbeard is there. They know 1's above stock hatch, so they know where 2 is. They just don't know where the Capital is. Where is the Capital? He's still outside. Probably just doing a little bit of journey. Here comes Dash, going to go ahead and drop right into barbed wire. He's going to get picked off. He didn't check his right side, so he's going to get punished for that. It's all down to blue, right, as green gets picked off, and he is
10 seconds left.
all right, then. He's AFK. Saving the
5
op.
seconds to go.
Wonderful. Well, all right.
Operators, you have run out of
That's a
time.
new one. Can't say I've ever seen that one. Alright. AFK in a tournament? Seems legit to me. That's just one of those times where I don't even know what to say. Like, what do you say to that? Like what? Okay. Alrighty, well, I guess that's the strat, right? They just kind of have to trick him. It's all mind games, right? Alrighty, well, that's going to bring us into a 2-0 lead in form of Paradox. Remember at the beginning, I did say this was Paradox's game to lose. Looks like we are currently following that pattern so far, so we're going to have to see if this trend continues.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Time to armor up.
So I'd like to say welcome everyone again. This is week 6, day number 11 of the CCS. Currently we are now watching Paradox versus Minor Esports. The overlay is not updated, or it does have 2 minors. Maybe they just need all the help they can get, what can I say, but we will be seeing Paradox. Thankfully they have the name inside their logo, so that's good on them. So we know exactly what's going on, so we'll get that fixed for you guys right away. Alright, so here's going to be the second defense coming from Minor. And honestly, it's the same exact thing. Now here's going to be the real question. Actually, excuse me, no, this is not the same thing. Last time they brought a Mira, and now there's no Mira. Looks like, what was EXO on? EXO was on Mira, which means now he's on Smoke. So there has been a little bit of a switch up. Now the question is, do they have all the reinforcements for Church? Because for the last time they did it, they only had 2 reinforcements plus 1 Mira. So the question is, did they properly rotate around all the reinforcements? No, they did not. They only have 2 of 3. As you can see now, There's only 2 of 3 on that church wall, which is going to be really, really crucial for being able to take that, especially if there is no Ash, but they do have a buck. They can take a buck down to that main stairs and maybe even punish that. So meanwhile, we do have Paradox. Looks like they haven't quite opened up that tunnel yet. Pretty white. Now, they didn't even reinforce tunnel. Now, this is quite interesting. I feel like they're using their reinforcements somewhere else. I believe it's down in church. They decided to use a lot of their reinforcements. Not exactly sure why. It's a very turtley setup. I mean, obviously, this is a very turtley site, but this is not what I would expect to see, honestly. This is just like a whole new level of turtling. Bringing the castle, using all the reinforcements. They're giving up tunnel control. Exo's going to go for the peak. He's going to down JT. He's not. Oh, he will be able to finish him off with a smoke grenade. I actually kind of like that use, you know, right there. Making sure that you can finish him off. He's going to go for the peak onto a Blackbeard. He gets it through the shield. What a great shot from him. He's onto a 2K right now. He's going to peek even further. He's finally going to get down, leaving Vortex on 1 HP. Great 2K from him. Great job to start it off. So that's going to be the Blackbeard and the Buck. Great job. Now they should be able to maybe even keep armory control this time. So they're going to go ahead and reset Vortex through the wall. That was not an enemy. That was them shooting each other, getting him back up to 50 HP. He was, of course, down on 1 HP. So I definitely agree with that decision. Great job for them. All right. Just a little bit of tapping along right now. Now we do have a minute left, and this castle in Moto still hasn't been taken out yet. And here comes Heavy at the bottom of main stairs. They are refusing to go for Arsenal again. They are just weak in Arsenal. They have Wonderful there. Here comes Heavy, gonna be going for a pixel peek. Gonna miss, both players missing a shot. Blue is able to pick up Vortex. Not sure how that happened. That was Blue down in Arsenal. He's picking them up all the way up in Kitchen. Great shot from Blue. The people in Kitchen should definitely be having the advantage, especially because you can see their legs. Blue just barely out of sight. Looks like it's going to be up to Mayhem to really find the frags. Here comes Wonderful. He's actually going to be able to take down Mayhem. This is doing great so far. Looks like Wonderful is blind. He dropped. He didn't realize that he dropped, but that's going to be the end of the round. That's a very quick round. I think they realized just a little bit too late that they needed to go for Arsenal, and a lot of pickups. You know, Exo able to grab 2 kills early on. Great job on him. I think Heavy on the Thermite there, he dropped a little bit too late. They didn't even get into tunnel either. You know, why aren't they sending this Blackbeard down tunnel? All you have to do, buck it open. It wasn't even reinforced. Just send him down there. They're giving it to you for free. Why are you trying to attack any site without taking that? Like, hello? Like, they really need to be, you know, stepping up their game there in terms of getting control over what they need to. Honestly, right there was no roamers. I mean, they had Exo, they picked up 2 guys, but okay, well, that's not even really that big of a deal. I mean, you can still do it with 3 people. Why was a Blackbeard all the way inside where he can get C4'd anyway? You know, if they had a C4 and a Pulse, they would have gotten like a triple kill right there. Like, come on, guys. Like, you cannot be sitting all grouped up together inside that hallway. That is a C4able hallway. That entire kitchen floor is C4able, and it's buckable as well. So I really need to see them step it up there. But with that round is going to bring it to 2-1 in favor still of Paradox. Alrighty, so it looks like we will be seeing a strip hold from Paradox. You do see them on the left side right now. They're opening up pool wall over into strip. So that's going to be a great way to try and hold that and try to deny it. But they have reinforced it. They have put some batteries on it, I want to say. Or hopefully they did. If they didn't, then I don't know what they're doing. Looks like Mayhem has moved over to garage. She's going to be putting some batteries down. Now they do have a castle and barbed wire all the way at the front door. I like it. Do have the double mirror also on B. This is an interesting setup. Usually you see the 2 mirrors opposite way around. You'll see one on the right down lower, but they've decided instead to be able to throw smokes. Hopefully we'll see Nyx rotate around to tables. That way he can throw some smokes around if he so chooses. But looks like currently Miner going to go for strip. There's going to be nothing over towards stock, so it's going to be all up to Mayhem and Vortex to really try and hold this, because they currently have about 3 or 4 people currently outside. Can't quite see Mayhem's gun, but it is there, I promise you. 3 people inside of changing room hallway. Looks like Wonderful on that Blackbeard, or excuse me, Wonderful is on Thermite. He's going to go ahead and rotate around, maybe even open up one of the walls for strip. That's going to be definitely critical. Open these walls. You see to the left, Dash is looking. He might even decide to buck in. Yeah, here he goes. He's going to go ahead and buck in. Try to find a different angle maybe. This is all, it's got batteries on it, so he's going to have to try and find something. They also have ADSs, so not really getting the droning in that they need to. Mayhem has decided to go ahead and fall back. He's just kind of chillaxing. He's shooting with the battery. It looks like Green Frog is able to pick up Mayhem. Mayhem gonna go ahead and peek, but it's all up to Vortex now and try and hold this, but he's just gonna go ahead and rotate back. I agree with this decision. Oh no, he's still playing aggressive. He's staying up by this white hall. It looks like Blue's gonna go ahead and get rid of that Barber and this barricade at the same time. Will he see Vortex? No. Wow, that barricade didn't go down, so that's gonna leave Vortex safe for the moment. I believe if that barricade did go down, I think Vortex would have gotten taken out. But Vortex did just trade, taking out Green Fog and gets downed in the process. I believe Nyx is nearby, so if he can rotate back, he might be able to get picked up. No, Nyx is actually cut down. Still here behind this bar. Exos just trying to spray, trying to find an angle. Meanwhile, Vortex is going to get taken up. Nyx gets shot through the wall. Great job from Exo for finding the angle there. 50 seconds left. The bomb is on Wonderful, and he's still over in White Hallway. Meanwhile, we have Exo pushing on into sight. Vortex is able to pick up another one. JT is able to pick up Exo. Blue picks back Vortex. Brings it to a 2-on-2 situation. Blue is now pushed up into Kitchen Hall. Wonderful is able to pick up JT. It's all down to Heavy. He misses his spray. Will he drop? He will go ahead and drop and rotate around. Now, they will most certainly hear this. Now, he is a 1-speed, so they should definitely hear him. There's no way they didn't hear him drop. Gonna be all up on Heavy. He's coming right up behind on Blue. Blue does realize what's going on, but Heavy was able to make the frag, so it's all up to Wonderful. Wonderful is planting now. So he planted behind now. He doesn't know exactly which side he's coming up from. He's gonna be able to pick Heavy off, and that's gonna be the round for Miner. So they're gonna bring it back 2-2. Alright, it's Miner's turn to defend Doc, or defend Bar with the Doc. I saw Green Frog was on Doc there. Now, he did play Doc downstairs. Didn't really get any value into it. If we could, let's check a look at the scoreboard, actually. I don't think we've seen that in a little bit. See who's doing all the work. I'd expect to see Exo on top of scoreboard for Miner.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
So here we go. We do have Vortex up at the top here for his team, leading his team 6-2. Everyone else doing pretty good, except for Nyx. He's dropping 0. Exo has also got 6 kills. Dash is going to be the donut maker for Miner. So at least one donut on each team. So these teams are pretty even. Score currently 2-2. Looks like Miner has decided to go ahead and reinforce Pool. This is the exact opposite of what Paradox decided to do. So this is going to be a definitely interesting setup. There is no Mira. They have decided to bring a castle. Both teams have decided to bring a castle upstairs.
Bomb located by attackers.
A little bit of a switch up. We do also have now a Valkyrie for Miner. I definitely agree with this. Although this is it's an interesting camp spot. Just gonna go put it right on the air duct there. Oh, man, we gotta get our airflow. What are you doing, bud? Spicy cams from Exo. I don't actually like any of them, honestly. You know, if I had to say, like, all of them can get shot. You know, you just go to a pool window, you're gonna see one Valk cam on the vent. If you just go to either way you go, you're gonna see. You should see these Valk cams, I should say. You know, whether or not they actually do or not, that's a completely different story. So it looks like Nyx is gonna be showing that Paradox will be going from the strip side. Mayhem going to go and open a hole in. We should be seeing a thermite quite soon. They're also going to be taking control of upstairs. Once they get control of upstairs, they will be able to fuse down below while they go for the plant. Definitely a great strategy here, making sure you can clear it all out. They're not going to be able to really find anyone up there. So 0 contention so far for Paradox. They can just open up the wall, get your fuses going, and it's going to be basically a free game. Blues all the way up in tunnel. What are you doing, buddy? You don't need to be there. You need to be up in your site. You need to be upstairs. You need to be doing something important. Tunnel's not important. So there we go. There's the thermite. Go ahead and getting opened. We should be seeing the fuse. The fuse is right above tables where we do currently have 2 players right now. Who's planting a fuse right above Dash. He's going to be putting down 1. They also have the Bucks, so this is going to be panicking everyone and the defenders downstairs. We should be seeing Nyx pushing in soon. We do not yet currently have it. He's going to be putting his last fuse by the A table, so that way he can go in for the plant. Here comes Nyx with the plant. Last remaining Bucks coming up so that they can cover. This is a 5-on-5 plant. With a minute and 25 remaining, the diffuser does go down. Nyx currently holding down. Here comes EXO. He's going to get picked off by Mayhem. Now it's all up to Dash to try. He's going to rotate up and over. He's going to get picked up by Nyx. We do have two people currently on main stairs. Wonderful is able to finally pick up Nyx. So Vortex was able to pick up Blue in the meantime. That brings it to a 4-on-2, definitely in favor of Paradox at this point. Here comes Green Frog, going to be going in. Wow, they're both picked up in the line of Mayhem. Actually, Heavy was able to pick up Wonderful from above. I believe this is, they both kind of lined up for Mayhem right here. So he got one. He would have been able to get the second one if he didn't get picked up by Heavy. Great job from Paradox. Realizing, hey, they didn't defend upstairs. Hey, they didn't defend strip. Let's just get on in there. Let's go ahead and open up that wall. Let's just go for the plant. Let's put our fuses down, and let's win the round. And that's exactly what they did. Great job for them. And so with that round, looks like Nyx was able to upgrade from donut to breadstick making, whereas Dash was not able to relieve himself of the donut status. So great job from everyone in that round. Honestly, I do believe that Minor Esports really needed to get upstairs there. You know, you had Blue, I mentioned in the beginning of the round, you know, I was like, dude, what are you doing down in tunnel? And honestly, I am standing by it. What are you doing in tunnel? The bomb site's in bar and stock. Why are you in tunnel? Like, you're actually, tunnel is the furthest away from the bomb sites that you could be. Like, what? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you all the way there? Like, there's no point. Are you reinforcing it? Why are you reinforcing that? They're gonna get in anyway. Like, there's just no, I don't see, like, no one's ever gonna push downstairs. So there's no point. You know, whoever pushes from downstairs, what's the point? So you can push upstairs, but that gives you an advantage. When you can push downstairs, you're at a disadvantage because you're pushing up the stairs. No reason for him to be down there. Maybe one, like, if you're trying to play on main stairs and you need to rotate back. Ooh, early pickup from EXO, punishing Nyx. Nyx was, I guess, peeking for some reason. I don't know why, but they're going to go ahead and get all the hatches open immediately. So that's going to be Nyx already down. I think he was downstairs trying to deny Habana, but he got picked up early. So that's going to be the kitchen hatch open. Wonderful. Going to go ahead and open up tunnel as well. This is what we needed to start seeing from these teams. They need to start opening up exactly what they need and what they are doing currently. Now Blackbeard, not sure exactly what he's doing right now. He's just doing a little bit of pre-joining into blue. That tells me he's going to push back into blue again. That's okay. I like to see Blackbeard down into tunnel like you'd normally see, so that way he can hold across and they go for a kitchen push. We do have blue just kind of holding around. Everyone is just kind of chilling. 2 minutes left. It's all up to the attackers. They're just doing a little bit of getting some information, doing a little bit of scouting. Not going to find too much. They're going to realize, hey, they're not really playing in tunnel, so you can go ahead and move up. So that's going to be EXO. He's about half HP. He's just going to take a little bit off of JT. Looks like JT's going to go down even further. He's going to go for the wide peek and get across the room. Unbeknownst to EXO. He does not. EXO's going to go ahead and push right on in. Down JT. Going to get traded immediately right back by Vortex. Vortex also picks up Wonderful. Wonderful just pushing in. Not exactly sure what he was doing, but in the meantime, we do have Dash picking up 2 of them. He's in the back. He finished off Vortex, excuse me. It looks like we do have Green Frog now pushing down blue. This is finally starting to show improve some great attack strategies. It's like a 2K from both Green Frog and from Vortex. Great job from Miner getting in there and getting it open. EXO, seeing that he had the opportunity to push in, got in and downed him. Great job getting in. They weren't really expecting that, honestly. EXO, yeah, he got in and got Vortex. And then the Habana was able to pick up both him and the Jaeger. And then I believe Blackbeard, the Green Frog, was able to push down blue and picked up the final 2 kills there. Great job from them. Alright, we're currently all tied up here. This is, it started out in favor of Paradox. It was 2-2, and now, or it was 2-0, and now we're up to 3-3. A little bit of a comeback here from Miner. They're doing a great job staying in the game, making sure that they can compete. But we're up to see if Miner decides to swap it up anymore. Last time we saw Miner down here, EXO kind of won them that round by picking up 2 frags, so it's going to be really up to who's going to be the big playmaker this round. This is what a lot of these games come on down to, you know, challenger level, CCS level. comes down to just individual plays, making sure what has to happen gets done. They do also have that Echo Drone. Once again, we have not yet seen Yokai really affect the game, though. You know, we've seen Yokai be good for a little bit of intel, but we haven't seen them really use it to their advantage fully. I think that Dot Dash has just gotten picked off every single time. Now we will be seeing Green Frog on that pulse, like I've been saying. Great job from them for bringing that. Honestly, if EXO, or excuse me, Miner keeps making these great changes, they're going to be winning this game. Right now, Paradox hasn't really been changing up anything crazy, so we'll have to see. Now, we do have EXO currently inside a kitchen. Now, this is going to be his attempt at that individual play that I was talking about. Maybe he can catch JT up, catch him off guard. You know, they haven't quite droned it quite yet, but we'll have to see. Here comes Vortex going to be going in. He has his Abana out. He's going to get picked off. Wow, what a fantastic job from EXO. That's huge, but he's also going to be trying to pick up JT. Will he hop outside? He will hop outside. He's going to be able to pick up JT. He's going to hop back inside. Completely uncontested with 100 HP. That's the exact individual play that he needed to have happen. Both the Buck and the Habana, arguably the two most important operators on this defense. Honestly, what can they do now? They can't really open up anything. They've already used, I believe, one inside a tunnel. That's going to be from Heavy. No, Heavy still has both of his thermite charges. X is going to try to rotate out. He's going to finally get picked up, but the damage has been done. Bum. Great job from EXO for being able to find a way to pick up 2 kills. There goes down the Yokai. Again, Yokai just not really doing anything important. They need to be switching off of Echo. It's obviously not working. This is a 3rd or 4th round now that they've proven that they just haven't been able to make it work. So they need to be switching. Looks like we do have Blue picking up Heavy as well. This is not looking like a great attack from Paradox. Looks like Blue will in turn get traded back. He's going to go ahead and get down. They know where Nyx is, on the bottom of the main stairs. But we do now have Green Frog playing close. Blue's going to get picked back up. That's going to bring it to a 4-on-2 situation. This is, what dare I say, an unwinnable situation for Paradox. It's going to be all up to Nyx on this Blackbeard. Looks like Mayhem was actually able to pick up Wonderful. He's being way too aggressive. He cannot peek. There's no reason to. You have information on both of them. You know, what's the point? If it's going to be all up to Nyx. If Nyx can pick up some kills, that'll be the round. Honestly, Nyx is going to get down to about 50 HP. Mayhem is also about 50 HP as well. 100 in between both of them. Looks like Nyx will go down. He wasn't quite looking low enough. Mayhem will trade it immediately right on back. Brings it to a 1-on-2. This is definitely doable, but unfortunately Green Frog will be able to pick him up and deny that. Great job from Miner. Great job from EXO for closing in on him and really punishing that early aggression. Paradox getting in there. They didn't even drone Kitchen. You know, how do you not drone Kitchen? Great job for EXO for realizing that and punishing it so well. You know, he's able to pick up the 2 most important, Buck and Habana, especially for Clubhouse, you know. Really getting in there and doing the dirty work. EXO, fantastic job.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Again,
bombs.
thank you everyone for tuning in to CCS Week 6, Day 11. I'm going to be your host, Talon. You're currently on match point in favor of Miner. This is definitely quite the turnaround that we have seen. You know, Paradox has started out just so strong, but they have been unable to adapt. You know, oh dare I say. Now, speaking of adaptation, they do now have a pulse. JT finally realizing, hey guys, we got to protect Armory somehow. That's going to be a good way to do it.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Alright. Now, looking over at Miner. They've also made a change. They've decided to bring a thermite. This is interesting. The last time I don't believe that they did bring a thermite, which is a good thing. You know, hey, now they can open up tunnel now. Open up tunnel and all the hatches. That's going to be good. Now the question is, will they put a Blackbeard down? No, they're going to be sending that Blackbeard, Green Frog, the exact same spot. They're going to send him right down into blue. Now, he did get 2 kills last round. So I definitely agree with this. Now, it looks like Vortex, no, please don't shoot the drone. Just go around it. Now, he's going to be picked up by Wonderful's drone as well. So the gig is up. Good job picking up 2 drones there. I was kind of hoping he was able to sneak past him. He didn't quite see Dot Dash's drone. At least he noticed it a little bit. He's gotten 3 drones so far. That's 4 drones. He's killed 4 of them so far. Now they know that he's there. Now what are they going to do? They have no one closing in on Vortex right now. So this could be a very good way to really apply pressure and prevent them from getting in so fast. Exo is punching open the window, but does he realize that he's there? I don't think that anyone knows where Vortex is. I think they sent in 4 drones just quite too quickly. I think if they had waited just a little bit and sent him in. Here comes Exo. Looks like he's going to miss the shots. He's missing. No, he's whiffing. There he goes. Exo's able to pick up Vortex. Great job from him with the entry early frag. That has only wasted about a minute. Not really all that much. I would have liked to have seen him go down and into strip, or even just rotate back down into site, or even upstairs. You know, they need to do something a little bit different, but instead he just missed a bunch of his shots. I think if he was able to hit the shot, I think that would have been good and that would have been fine. But unfortunately, he just played too aggressive and he wasn't able to hit the head. So that's going to be a man down for Paradox on match point. This is not looking good at all, especially with that Blackbeard is still up. Exo's down to 50. But there's a lot you can do with 50 HP, that is for sure. Some early Capitals allow Green Frog to push up into blue, picking up heavy. That's that thermite, or excuse me, that's going to be the smoke that's going down. Wonderful, right on the thermite. Gets open in. He's going to be able to pick up Nyx. Wow, what a dirty angle. I'm surprised they didn't realize that Mayhem's able to trade back onto Exo. Brings it to a 1-on-4 now as Green Frog is able to pick up Mayhem's all up to JT in the back of Armory. Wonderful is going to go ahead and push in. He's getting spammed from all sides, and that's going to be game number 1 for Miner Esports. Great job at adapting. Absolutely fantastic. That's what won them that game, is that they adapted properly. They brought pulses. You know, they did all these things that they needed to be done. And that's exactly what makes a good team a great team. So that's going to be the first map of this series. Next map will, of course, be Chalet. We're going to take about a 5-minute break, and then we'll be right on back. Here's going to be your scoreboard. Exo and Vortex doing both fantastic job for their teams. Unfortunately, that's going to be the game 5-3. So again, we'll be right on back. 5 minutes.
I've got a question, if you'd hear me out in your defense, you never had a chance. And so tell me straight, I won't go. This is our time now, I'm sure, make no mistake, that we are closer than we're far. Embrace for impact, and fight your fears fire. Embrace for impact, I'm a future's engineer, and baby I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, and baby I'm here, I'm here. Baby, I'm here. I've got a question. If you'd hear me out, in your defense, you never had a chance. And so tell me straight, I won't go. This is our time now, I'm sure. Make no mistake that we are closer than we're far.
Alrighty, and we are back, hopefully to get started with map number 2. Of course, will be Chalet. Once we get it ready for both these teams, we will get right on into it. Currently waiting for the ready up from Minor Esports, but currently the series is now in favor of Minor 1-0. So if they go ahead and take that, that will be the best of 3 series in their favor. We'll have to see who's going to be doing a little bit better. I believe if Minor is able to adapt the same way that they did on Clubhouse, I think it's going to be an easy sweep for them. Honestly, they're going to realize what's going to happen. I think Paradox might start off ahead, but I think once Minor realizes, you know, hey, this is what they're doing, this is what we need to do to counter it, this is the mistakes that we're making. Once they know that, which I think that they were doing pretty well, at least last time on Clubhouse, I think they'll be fine. Honestly, this could be another... this could be a longer map, honestly. I'm surprised we actually didn't go into overtime. I was kind of expecting them to go into overtime. But, oh well, it didn't end up 5-3 in favor of Minor. You know, after those first 2 initial rounds from Paradox, they just had such a hard time, unfortunately. So going on into the second map, looks like Minor will be the attackers. It looks like Paradox is going to be starting out on defense. We do now have the ready from Minor. Just going to go ahead and make sure Paradox is ready, and then we will get right on into it. Oh, he started it, and Paradox is not ready. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Interesting. Looks like he's back, though, so we're going to go ahead and roll with it. Alright, getting right on into it. Thankfully, he got back quickly. I hope. Come on, next year here, right? Yes, he is indeed here. Interesting. We have a Blitz coming out for Minor Esports. This is going to be an interesting indeed. They are bringing a Buck and a Blitz. We're going to have to wait and see what this Blitz is for, or if he's just kind of trolling me. Looks like he's just kind of trolling me. Dot dash, why you got to do this? Oh, hold on. We are seeing a Montang, though. What in the heck? Okay, we have a... On the attack, we have Twitch, Montang, Thermite Jackal, and a Blackbeard. If I had to say any predictions of what's going to happen, honestly, they're either going to do one of 2 things. They're either going to take control of West Main, and they're going to Thermite into the back of Trophy. Or, excuse me, no, they're currently downstairs. So they're going to actually having to be going for a a garage, snowmobile garage take. So I think this could be one of two things. You know, maybe they know what they're facing up against, and they knew to bring that Montang to go for that B plant. You know, open it up with that thermite. There is no Thatcher. They only have a Twitch. I really disagree with not bringing a Thatcher if you knew they were going downstairs. Honestly, both sites can be definitely very useful to bring a Thatcher, but interesting.
10 seconds to insertion.
Mag change.
5 seconds
Alrighty.
left.
Looks like we will be seeing a Mira setup, one in closet. We're probably going to see the last one facing towards Snowmobile Garage. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. EXO on that Jackal should be going to go ahead and run around and try to find the roamer. I believe that will be in the form of JT. I think he's going to be upstairs somewhere. Mayhem playing over in closet right now. Nix and Heavy are also nearby. Not sure where Vortex went. Vortex might have gone upstairs as well. Now, there is no batteries on it, so they're going to go ahead and open it immediately right on up. We could be seeing a very fast plant here. Here comes Blue with the plant. Now, there is no glass, so I'm not sure why you would decide to smoke yourself off. Interesting decision there. I like the idea of just getting right in and planting. However, why would you smoke it yourself? Why wouldn't you smoke deep so that way they can cover you? Instead, you're smoking yourself when you don't have a glass because it's banned. It just doesn't make any sense to me why Blue would smoke right on himself. But there is now only one smoke gas grenade remaining, and there is still 2 minutes left. There's still 2 minutes left. So, honestly, 50 HP for 2 smoke grenades. It's a trade-off at this point. They do have a Mira, so they should know when things are going to be happening. Montang is pushed all the way up with the diffuser, so he's going to be baiting out the last smoke grenade. He won't even take another tick of damage. They are now out of smoke charge. Great job, honestly. That's very, very good. Now the question is, Blue is now out of smoke himself. EXO was able to be picked up by Vortex upstairs, so he wasn't able to hunt the roamers solo. So now you all of a sudden have a couple of guys just kind of chilling outside. Looks like it's going to be, Twitch is going to be out by herself. Dot Dash is up. Blue is pushing on in. A little bit of flash is coming through. Not going to affect it through the Mira. Blue's going to be going for the plant. They're going to be pushing right on up. There is no cover. Why isn't Green covering? Looks like Heavy's able to pick up Blue. Nix is able to pick up Wonderful. So that's the diffuser down. It's all up to Green Frog outside. And wherever Dot Dash is with his Twitch, this is not looking good at all for Miner. This is a super, super aggressive push especially. Vortex still in the room on upstairs. JT's over by game room. Dot Dash is going to be nearby, but she's not going to be able to pick up JT. JT's going to go ahead and run all the way out. Going to be able to pick up one. Will he find the second one? No, he will not. He's going to get tagged on the way back out, but that is most definitely worth it. He's going to be coming right on back. Here comes Mayhem also applying some pressure. JT, as he runs out of game room, comes back for a second kill onto Green Frog. Great job from him. Alrighty, so that's going to be the first round in favor of Paradox. Like I said, Paradox might take off an early lead just like they did, but it's going to be up to Miner to really make those adjustments. I think that was a little too greedy of a strategy right there. Just getting that wall open and immediately going for the plant, just way, way too much. You just need to back up, slow it down just a little bit, clear out those roamers, take control of the map, and do it slowly. You know, they were trying to plant with, I think, 30 seconds into the round, so interesting. We will be seeing a bar hold. There goes Wonderful. He's going to leave, so we're going to have to see if they decide to rehost or not. So this is going to be a game room bar hold. Now they do, interesting. Yep, they will decide to rehost. So we're going to give them about 3 minutes to get on back in here.
10 seconds to insertion.
Alright guys, we'll be right back once the rehost is complete. Should take no longer than 3 minutes, I hope.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Alright, let's go ahead and get right on back into it. Both teams are now into the lobby. Remember, we will have Miner up by 1, so I'll go ahead and I'll add a little bit of a number there for you just to help keep track. Alright, so the overlay is switched. So Paradox is actually on attack right now. So there, Paradox is blue, Miner is currently orange. So the +1 is next to the orange because that's, or excuse me, no, it is Paradox's win. So I'm gonna swap it back over to
Defenders,
blue.
protect your
I'm
bombs
confusing
from being
myself.
defused by attackers.
So let's move that over here.
Bomb located by attackers.
Secure the wall!
There we go. That way we can help keep track of this.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Alrighty, there we go.
Wall fortified!
10 seconds
Alright,
left.
so we will be seeing a, like I said, a bar game room attack, or a bar
5
game
seconds left
hold.
before-
We do have Blue using those mirror upstairs. I think he also had one downstairs, I want to say in bar, looking out towards game. This has been a pretty common setup, actually. A lot of teams have decided, you know, they really want to try it. Actually, I just noticed Blue still has his mirror. We should be seeing him put it up on that reinforcement shortly. But like as I was saying, you know, this has been a very common, you know, something we've been seeing quite often, actually, both in tournaments and scrims, that teams have been, you know, been trying this out a little bit more. You know, hey, let's try it out. Do teams realize how to attack it? And now more and more than ever, teams now have to figure out, okay, how do we need to attack this? You know, a lot of teams just have on every single map just those 2 like standard sites. But when you add in a 3rd site to the mix, it can really change it up. Nyx is able to down EXO. Will he decide to capitalize it and punish it? Looks like he will not. He will. Oh, he will. He will finish off EXO. So that's an early pick for Paradox. Great job for them. Remember, they are ahead 1-0 right now.
Drone spinning up.
Good job for them being able to pick it up once. Just remember, guys, it is swapped up a little bit. Ooh, heavy on. Able to pick up Green Frog. So that's going to be the Jaeger and the Bandit down. Not looking too good for the defenders so far. 2 of them are currently still upstairs. I believe Mira is downstairs. Yep, it is currently a 2-1 split. While the attackers are starting to push all the way in from office hallway. Mayhem's able to pick up Dot Dash in Library. Dot Dash should be able to rotate right on down. Might even get picked up by Blue. Wonderful gets downed as well. Honestly, this is not looking good. Dot Dash was indeed picked up. He's currently a 5-on-2. Dot Dash at about 50 HP. All the attackers are still doing pretty good. Dot Dash on the rotate is going to go all the way around. I'm going to try to come up West Main Stairs and try to catch him off. Nyx is going to be the one to capture him. He's ready for it, though, especially on that Blackbeard. No, he go ahead and rotates back around. They have decided for Mayhem to put a Claymore up. So Dot Dash can't really do too much without making a lot of noise. Looks like Blue has been spotted out. The Buck is now above. This is not looking good for Blue at all. He's going to get picked off. It's going to be all up to Dot Dash on the roam. Will he be? He's still holding this angle. He sees that Claymore laser, so he should know he can't go up here. Unless he might be able to skirt around if that laser is just far enough. He might be able to get it around. Can he make it? You can do it, buddy. Just jump over the lasers. Oh my goodness. What a ninja. What a ninja. He gets around the Claymore without making any noise at all. Fantastic job there, but can he capitalize? Can he get 1 kill? I'm going to make a prediction. He's going to get 1 and then he's going to get traded right back. I think he's going to get 1 kill. Never mind. Well, that's going to be heavy finishing up the round. So that's going to be a 2-0 in favor of Paradox. Really looked very dominant coming out from Paradox there. That looked like a very dominant performance. So, once again, we're in a 2-0 situation. Now, here's the point where Miner decided to switch it up and come back. Miner was able to pick up their defense round, or their attack round, last time on Clubhouse to bring it to 2-1. So, in a 2-0 situation, will they bring it back to a 2-1? That's going to be the question. Just an interesting to note, Paradox will now be going into Kitchen Trophy. So are we going to be seeing this blitz? That's going to be the question. We will be seeing the blitz. Blitz will be a thing this
Attackers
round.
need to locate
So
and
ladies
defuse
and gentlemen,
bombs.
we do now have the blitz. Going to be interesting to see. Will they decide to push in through dining? Will they decide to push into trophy? Or are they just going to go and try to send him in through trophy window? Could go either way here. And they do also have that thermite, but no Thatcher. So if they want him to get into the back of trophy, they're going to have to use that buck underneath to really get rid of both those batteries that Mayhem just placed down. It's still definitely doable. It's not really that big of a deal. You're probably going to send the blitz or the buck down there anyway. Or you can either send him upstairs as well, but you're not going to be able to get the batteries from upstairs. So there's two different ways they can play it. They can either go downstairs, try to push him out, and then hop into the window. Or they can go upstairs and buck out all the 4 killer people in dining and go that way. So here comes Heavy with some spicy
Attackers
cans.
are moving to defuse a
I
bomb.
don't think they're spicy, but more or less just
Activating
cans in
camera.
general. Yeah, these almost got picked off from that. Not really looking too shabby. He got the 2 cams out, but the question is, did they stick? You know, do the cams have any importance? That's going to be the real question here. So Green Frog's going to go on up to kitchen window. Nothing too crazy. Blackbeard's pretty standard spot right now. Exo actually is also going upstairs, so we could be seeing an upstairs push. We do have Blue downstairs, I believe, in Big Garage. Heavy skirting around. He's down to about 1 HP now. We do also have Vortex inside of office, so if Exo gets a little bit too aggressive, he has 3 defenders waiting to catch him. Here comes Vortex, able to pick up Exo. That's the second time he's being too aggressive. Second round in a row at that, honestly. Exo's been picked off immediately with 2 minutes remaining. Blue has rotated up and is now pushing in. Dot Dash on the blitz is pushing on into West Main. They're going to go ahead and reset Heavy. Looks like they interrupted, or at least Heavy got downed by Dot Dash. He's going to get finished, but he's going to get traded back immediately. Mayhem picks up Blue as well. The buck, this is not looking good at all for Miner. Currently setting up to be a 3-0 in favor of Paradox if they're able to finish out this round against Green and Wonderful. It is still possible. A 4v2 is definitely doable, but unfortunately I don't know if they were able to take out those batteries in West Main. And Green Frog is still outside in kitchen window. They did not take out those batteries, so he's not going to be able to thermite into that. I think he just took the bomb. We currently still have JT. He's going to get some info. He sees Green Frog there. So what will they be able to do about it? They really can't do anything to get JT out of the position. There's an ADS here. Looks like JT now has eyes on both players, so they should be seeing maybe even a jump out coming up from Vortex. JT playing close to the window, going to be throwing a C4. That shouldn't hit. Right as I say that, I take my words back. JT is able to C4. Wonderful. Now it's a 1v4 situation. They all know where he is. They all come with the jump out. Here comes Mayhem. First one to leap out and the first one to get the kill. Alrighty, getting into round number 4. It is 3-0 in favor of Paradox right now. Miner, this is going to be the big change up here. They have decided to go kitchen trophy. They're not playing, they're not tempting fate. They're not going to try anything sneaky over in bar. They know that that's not going to work, so they have decided to go for a more standard kitchen trophy take.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as
Now,
many
something
bombs
I don't
as they
understand is what they did with the Blitz. You know, what did they do with the Blitz? They ran him into West Main, and the Blitz died. What? Like, why did you bring a Blitz? Honestly, like, I don't really see in any situation why we'd want to bring him like that, you know. Okay, you're just going to push him in. Why didn't you just bring a Monting at that point? When you're pushing to West Main into that double door, the ranges at which you're going to be at is just going to be too great to be able to flash anyone. It's going to be too great to be able to hip fire anyone. And so what he had to do was he had to aim, and he had to ADS, and yeah, he finished off, I believe, Vortex, or Heavy, I think it was, one of the two. And what was the point? He was downed. Like, you're going to ADS and you're going to get shot by the person that's trying to help him up. Like, why? There's no point. So here comes JT. He's going to get spawn killed by Exo. That's going to be something. That's going to be a good start for Miner. Just something to cling on to. Remember, they are 3-0 right now, so this is not really something that they want to be in the situation. But that was a good start. They do have a decent roam game going on. Dot Dash over by Library. Blue is rotated all the way around. He was up in office. What are
Attackers
you
have located a
doing,
bomb.
Blackbeard? You're going to get picked off. That's going to be wonderful, getting the next kill onto Nyx. This is not looking like a good Paradox round at all. This could be the round that Miner needed to really go ahead and turn it around. Mayhem planting a Claymore. They are now starting to take upstairs control, but they're not droning. Heavy, drone, dude. Why are you... No, stop. You don't need to do this. You just need to drone, and then you'll be good. This is one of the reasons why you guys didn't win last map, is that you didn't drone it out, and here all of a sudden Heavy is now just kind of chilling. Looks like Exo is picked up by someone. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but he has rotated down. They should be able to get this. Now Heavy is getting the hatch instead of Vortex. Well, Vortex is a Habana. Why don't you just let the Habana get the hatch and save the Thermite for something else? Either way, Mayhem has now rotated all the way back
Bomb
upstairs.
located by attackers.
So has Dot Dash, though. Dot Dash is in position to really try and punish this push without any drones. They're all just kind of going and chilling. Here comes Dot Dash, going to be going for a little bit of a peek. Not going to be able to do it. He's running around. He's not getting punished for this, though. Heavy missing his shots. So is Dot Dash. Just a bunch of whiffing from both teams now. Finally, a drone from Vortex comes around. He's currently outside of the window.
Attackers have dropped the
Looks like
bomb.
Exo's going to hop and get Heavy. That's going to be
Attackers
all the way
recovered
from
the diffuser.
Fireplace. That's not good at all. Brings it to a 2-on-5 situation. This is
Defender has
definitely
left
going to be
the
a
area
minor
of
round for sure.
operation.
He's going to go and
Defender
rotate
is
around
exposed.
right as Heavy drops. Mayhem's able to pick up wonderful. Looks like Green's able to trade it back onto Mayhem. It's all up to Vortex inside of Trophy laying down. He's able to trade back a little bit. One person got Claymore. That's going to be Exo. Dot Dash inside of Kitchen is finally going to be able to pick him up. Nice, good spin there from him. That's going to be the first round for Miner. That's going to bring it 3-1. Still in favor of Paradox. If Paradox is able to take this round and take it into match point, I think they'll be in a good spot.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And on to round number 5. We are now back downstairs with Paradox. Last time we saw them downstairs, they stopped a really quick Monty plant. We will not be seeing a Montaigne this time, and they have instead decided to bring a sledge. They're not bringing a Blackbeard either. So that kind of tells me that if they decide to go for a wine push, they're not going to be able to really hold it down like they would be able to if they had that Blackbeard. You know, heck, switch that Blackbeard off for the Twitch. You don't really need it. You know, switch off a
10 seconds
Thermite.
remaining.
You can do a lot of different things. There is going to be
Attackers have
batteries up
located a
inside
bomb.
of wine though,
5
so
seconds left before
you're going to have to check
insertion.
that out if you're going to want to keep it. Maybe even swap out that sledge
Attackers
as
have
well.
recovered their
So I'm not
diffuser.
exactly sure
Attackers
what
objective
they're
is
aiming for. You know, they do have that Thermite to go over. They can open up that garage, but they don't have anything to really do very well. You know, they have that Twitch, but it's going to be a real miracle if Twitch is able to pick up and get those mirrors. And we do have, it looks like all 5 of the attackers spawning over towards wine side. So we could be seeing them push into big garage, and then even what the heck just happened? Exo, you're nutty. Good job from him. He was able to spam him through. He questioned it too. He's like, oh, what? I just got a kill, so that's going to be JT going down. Could we be seeing a Miner Esports comeback? We very well could be. Exo's like, heck, let me just keep spamming this. Maybe I'll get a second kill. Great job from him. A very interesting angle that he was able to pick up JT. I think that they didn't even realize he was there. So now it's going to be all up to Vortex on the roam now. Blue is able to push on in. He's going to get picked up, though. He got ahead of the drone. He didn't wait for that drone to go into dining and drone that out, so he was able to punish him for it. However, Exo comes around the corner and picks him up. Nyx is immediately able to trade that right on back, brings it to a
A bomb has
3-on-3.
been located.
Looks like a Twitch and Thermite. They could still do a little bit of something. Green has decided not instead to bring a Blackbeard, but he's on Ash now. Either way, Exo did his job. He was able to pick up 2 kills, but I don't know if he was able to use any of his Habana pellets. So that would have definitely been good. But they are able to breeze charge the hatch because they didn't reinforce it. Good job, guys. Unable to find the reinforcements for that. Leave that hatch open. That's what's going to happen. So here comes up the Thermite. They were able to get that battery somehow. Maybe will Mayhem be able to stop it? He waited a long time. Mayhem, if he had a battery, he would have been able to stop it, and if he heard it, that's going to be more importantly. Heaven's going to be or Heavy is going to be behind A bomb right now. While Mayhem plays up on close. They're looking for a cheeky peek. Twitch is right above Mayhem right there. They don't know where each other are. Mayhem knows where Twitch is, but Twitch doesn't know where Mayhem is. Mayhem's able to pick up wonderful as he pushes in. He goes for the knife. He misses it. Dash is able to pick up one, but Heavy's able to trade it right on back. It brings it to a 2-on-1. It's all up to GreenFrog13.me. Oh, I love going all the way out with those names. It's all up to him. Green now to go and pick up 2 with 40 seconds remaining. They have no idea that he's near. Oh, no, they definitely do. They have now looked at it. Both players have now rotated over. Heavy is actually looking around. He has decided he wants to push Blue Hall. I can't say I disagree with him there. No, there is a castle and barbed wire there. He does still have 2 ashes. He can open this up very quickly. He needs to aim it low to get that barbed wire or use both of them. He opens up the castle.
15 seconds.
Going up close, but with only 15 seconds left, here comes one of the 2 last remaining smoke grenades. Heavy is able to pick him up as he pushes in. Great job from them. Able to hold it on down. Paradox brings it to match point. I believe we now have it 4-1, I believe. Yep, should be 4-1 in favor of Paradox, even though JT was actually picked up early. You know, he kind of got spammed. I think that Miner kind of took that as a sign that we should aggress, but the exact opposite, really. You know, you really just need to slow it down from there. Don't get too fast. You know, EXO just kind of pushed up. Yeah, he got another kill, but unfortunately, I believe it was Blue on Sledge. He outran his own drone. You know, you saw wonderful droning. He was doing a good job, but then Blue just decided to push too fast. You know, he didn't wait for Dining to be called clear or call that Vertex was in there. You know, if he had waited another 5 seconds before pushing in, let the drone get up there and drone it for him, get some little bit of intel, that would have been a death easily preventable, honestly. Another thing, wonderful, on the thermite, he just pushed right on in. They didn't even drone, maybe they were out of drones or something. He didn't check that left corner, so Mayhem was able to pick him up as he got in. Honestly, I'm surprised Mayhem wasn't able to get the knife. He was able to get the knife on Dash. That round might have been over even quicker than it was.
Wall fortified.
10 seconds to go.
And so with that, we bring it
5 seconds
into
left.
match point right now. Paradox leading the score 4-1. Remember, your tiebreak map
Attackers will
is
cover the
coastline.
bomb defuse. Attackers are
Can't
moving
say
out
I know
to
too many
locate a bomb and
strategies
defuse
on that. I know some ranked strategies, but the meta hasn't really been defined yet.
Defender
So
is
if
approaching
Miner
the
is
kill
able to
zone.
come back, then that's going to be the Series 2-0, but looks like they're having a little bit of trouble right now. EXO, desperate for
Defender
a
has
kill,
left
goes
the
after the
area of
spawn peak.
operation.
Not going to be able to find anyone by those rocks. Meanwhile, we have Paradox pushing over from the last side. Remember, last time we saw them attack this, they took Heavy upstairs. Once they pushed in from Master and Office Hallway, they just slayed everyone upstairs, and they were able to just take the frags. EXO pushes out, takes halfway down, but he gets traded back, being way too aggressive against a Blackbeard. EXO, dude, what are you doing, dude? You knew, like, that first peek, it was a Blackbeard. You could have gotten away with 50 HP, but no, you over-aggressed, and you got punished for it. It's as simple as that. You're just straight punished. We're not seeing the adaptation that we've been seeing from last game. Last game on Clubhouse, we saw them adapt every single round after the times that they lost. That's exactly what they needed to do. But instead, now we're just kind of seeing them just kind of sputter around. EXO just getting too aggressive. He's looking. He's desperate for kills. Not able to find what he needs to. And now we're going to see Paradox. This is going to be very key for them to be able to get the frags in. JT, just use your Ash. You missed it 3 times. There you go. There you go. He finally gets that up. There he goes. He's going to go ahead, open up that castle, go for a little bit of droning, and then realize now what is happening and what they need to do. Open that mirror and make sure they can't get abused, but that's everyone outside of library. They've now taken library control completely. Now with an attack like this, you really need to make sure you keep that upstairs control, because if you don't keep upstairs control, it's going to be very, very difficult to keep downstairs control, because, you know, you have both hatches. You have one hatch above B and you have one hatch above A. Wow, right as I say that, looks like coming from behind is Blue. He gets taken out. Wonderful also gets taken out by the hand of Nyx and Mayhem respectively. That means it's going to be down to a 5-on-2. Looks like Miner didn't realize that this wasn't working out. Dash is able to pick up Vortex as he came in. Looks like JT finally is able to pick up Green Frog. All is up to Dash. Bring it up in a 1v4 situation. Blackbeard is on those library stairs while the plant goes down. Looks like it's going to be up to Nyx to really make sure he punishes that. One shield goes down. Looks like Heavy was able to pick it up. Dash decided to run all the way around So that's going to be GG for Paradox. Brings the series 1-1. So we will be going on to a third map of Coastline. So we're going to take a short 5-minute break, and we will be right on back with that. Stick around.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alrighty, and welcome back. Week number 6, day 11. We are currently 1-1, all tied up now in the series. Looks like Miner was able to pick up map number 1. Paradox was able to pick up map number 2. Paradox, great job on Chalet, able to pick it up 5-1. Looks like next map will, of course, be Coastline. We haven't really seen too much of it, honestly. I think I've casted it once before. No other callouts. I know some rank strats, but maybe these teams have something new up their sleeves. So once we get it ready from both teams, we will go ahead and jump right on into it. Here we go. All right. Looks like the first defense place will, of course, be Penthouse Theater. I think it's a pretty common spot to go, and I think it's figured out now. Like, the community's figured out that Penthouse Theater is now the more dominant site to go. Nothing too crazy. We'll be seeing a Montang, maybe a Montang pushed into VIP Lounge. And we do, of course, see that Echo, though, so that's going to be kind of like a hard counter to Montang if they decide to use it that way, or if they just want to do it solely to deny the plant. That's going to be the big question here. But we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. We're going to see what Miner has to show us.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Here we go. Looking at the defender lineup, we do, of course, have a Rook, Smoke, Jaeger, Echo, and a Bandit. Again, that Echo is kind of the only thing that really stands out to me. Everything else, pretty usual, pretty average. The real question is, are they going to be playing inside of VIP? You know, if you play inside of VIP, it's kind of dangerous, but you can do it. You know, make sure you reinforce some of those hallway windows, or the hallway walls, excuse me, so that way you can't get killed from the roof. But once you get that down, you know, it's a really good anchor
10
spot.
seconds left.
Now, it looks like Miner will, of course, be bringing a Thermite, so if they take
5
control
seconds remaining.
of Miner, looks like we got some thunderstorms outside, boys. Hopefully that's
Attackers have recovered
not
their
too
diffuser.
loud, but
Attackers are moving to defuse
as
the
I was
bomb.
saying, if Thermite gets inside of VIP and is able to open up into that back bedroom, as you're looking at, that can cause a lot of problems. Now, they do have the Echo drone, they do have a Smoke. There's a couple of ways they can deny a plant, but it's going to be really difficult. So here comes up the Miner attacking team. Mayhem is going to be going for the peak. He's looking out through the door. Will he be able to see it? Exo pushes in. He's going to be the one. Looks like Mayhem is able to get out, gets one, and then immediately gets traded back. So that's going to be the switch for a Bandit trade. Exo's going to go ahead and push right on in. He's going to get into almost all the way into VIP, slowly pushing his way in. He does spot out Vortex. Vortex decides to rotate out. No, he's coming right back in. It's just a trick play, but here he goes. He's able to pick up Montang, so that's Exo down. Brings us to a 4-on-3 in favor of Paradox right now. And here goes down. Wonderful. Vortex, fantastic job, is able to pick up his second kill of the round. They finally have decided to open up that window. That's something you got to do first. The Echo Drone has rotated all the way around. Here comes Blue. He takes down about half HP at the hands of Vortex. Vortex doing a fantastic job so far. It is a 4-on-2 right now. Great job by Paradox, is able to really start out that round strong. Vortex, great job in VIP. Green Frog is able to finally bring it back to a 3-on-2 by taking out Nyx. Nyx was of that Smoke, so that's a little bit of a misplay there from Nyx. Of course, you will be seeing a Blackbeard on this window almost all the time. Almost never you're always going to see a Blackbeard or a Glaz if you're playing ranked inside of on this window. It's just so strong indeed. Alright, well, it's up to Green Frog and Blue. They're going to have to go and get the diffuser. It's currently out on the ledge with a minute and 15 remaining. Not looking too good. They don't really have any control right now. The Echo Drone Yokai is still alive. Vortex still inside of VIP hallway. He's just kind of rotating around what he needs to do. But he's done a great job so far. He's picked up 2.5, I want to say, because Blue's right at about 50 HP-ish. So here comes the push. Will Green Frog hop into VIP? I think Vortex knows it's a Blackbeard and he doesn't want to peek it. So good job on him. So he's going to go and rotate all the way around. So that's going to mean it's going to be up to the rest of the defenders inside. Heavy is able to be seen, but he protects himself. Blue just gets hit right as he goes for the shot onto Heavy. Heavy has to know he's been spotted now. I mean, Heavy, he actually didn't take any bullets either. So, meanwhile, we do have Green inside of VIP, so they finally got VIP control, but 25 seconds left. Heavy, how do you not see it? Blue, what are you doing? Blue, shoot him! He finally takes down Heavy. He's just sitting out in the middle of the open. Looks like Green gets pushed up from Vortex on a 3K. JT picks up Blue as he pushes on in, so that's going to be the round. Heavy, what are you doing, buddy? He's just sitting out in the middle of the open, so I think that's just part of this map is new, honestly. He just doesn't know where he needs to sit and where he can sit. So a little bit of a mistake there, but they're still able to pick up the round because Vortex was able to do just such a fantastic job there. He was able to pick up a 3K on round number 1. So there goes Paradox for the 3rd time in this series. Takes an early lead. Good job for them.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, so looking at these operators now, it's very important when you're learning and playing on a new map to go and look at these operators and what it gives value to the team. On the attack, we have Ash, Thermite, Blackbeard, Monty, and Thatcher. We are seeing another Monte. Is that a common thing? I don't really know yet. We haven't really seen enough of this map to really decide. But it looks like a lot of teams have decided to bring Monte. And last time we saw this map, Monte was also kind of like prevalently used operator. So interesting to see that he's getting just so much value in usage. Unfortunately, last round, EXO didn't really do anything, honestly, with that Montang. So hopefully, Heavy, hopefully he knows a little bit different. Maybe they have a different idea how they want to run it. Now we do, the rest of the attacking lineup looks pretty standard. Get that Thatcher, get that Thermite on into VIP, open up that wall and try and get a plant. And unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for Miner last time just because there were just so many picks early on by Vortex and Mayhem. Good job for them. On the defensive lineup, we have a very tanky lineup, bringing both Doc and Rook. Okay, that's fun. You can do that. Now they also have an Echo as well. Another common similarity between these two teams. I would definitely agree with that both of them are definitely there. That's interesting. Both Dot Dashed and someone else's drone had the Yokai logo on it, but that's gonna be it. Looks like EXO currently just kind of chilling out in VIP Heavy instead of pushing in with the mounting into Trophy Hallway like EXO did last round. He's pushed off and into, I believe, as Pool. We do have Green Frog just down here, just kind of chilling out, waiting for a late round roam, late round flank. I like it indeed because they haven't droned him out. Looks like EXO is going to go ahead and trade with Vortex. He goes to have a half HP, but with that, he brings down the Blackbeard. Great trade from him. Heavy pushes on in, is able to trade with EXO. Echo is able to help deny that. Mayhem pushes on in. He gets docked. He realizes EXO gets docked. That would have been really nutty. Mayhem is able to pick up a second one as well, bringing it right on back. Looks like Echo decides to push on up. He's able to trade it right back onto Mayhem. That brings it to a 3-on-2 because Green Frog on the flank is able to pick up JT. Actually, excuse me, it's all a 3-on-1. Now Heavy was still down. So it looks like we might be seeing an all-side-up game. It's up to Nyx. He's going to be running over to what I believe is going to be Hookah Bar. Yeah, he's going to hop into Hookah and run it on around. Not going to really be able to find too much. There is still an Echo drone. Yokai is still alive. So, honestly, I don't think he has any chance if you ask me. But, Nyx, it's all on you, buddy. Yeah, he's gonna get slowed down for sure. Unfortunately, here comes Green Frog. He's going to miss the shots, unfortunately. Green, what are you doing there, buddy? He's still drunk. Nyx, what? Oh, my goodness. Potato from both players. Green Frog's finally able to pick him up. Oh, this is going to be a crazy kill cam. Whiff, 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 whiff. Out of bullets. Whiff, whiff. There he goes. Finally gets him. Good job, Green Frog. You did it with the help of the Echo drone. Honestly, if Nyx wasn't drunk there, I think he would have been able to pick up Green Frog really, really easily. Yokai putting in some work. Alright, now we will be seeing a hookah billiards, I call it pool, for Paradox. That's a pretty common second site. The other site that's has been played is Kitchen. A lot of people have played Kitchen quite a bit, but unfortunately it's hasn't really been picked too much. So we're going to see. We are seeing another Montang. Instead of it's not on Exo now. Now it's on Dot Dash. Exo has decided to go for IQ. Vortex is on Valkyrie, and there is of course the Yokai. So I actually kind of agree with this pick, honestly. You know, an IQ pickup. Yeah. I'm actually I'm satisfied. I'm gonna say that they decided to bring out. There is no Rook on the defense though. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you can run without a Rook, and there's not really that many nades going around, so. That's fine. They do, of course, have... They do have 4 nades on the attackers, but they're probably not going to be used for, like, killing people. Probably just going to be for clearing out barbed wire. There's no Thatcher, so they're going to have to be wasting a little bit of flashes from Kryptonite and Ash to get rid of those ADSs. Nothing too crazy there. Looks like a pretty standard setup. They reinforce that entire wall facing out towards the courthouse and the roof.
Attackers have
Reinforcing a
recovered
little
their
bit up. Here comes
diffuser.
Vortex's
Attackers are moving out to
spicy
locate a
cam out
bomb
on
and defuse
into
it.
the
Defender is
palm
approaching
tree
the kill
there.
zone.
That's going to be 1 cam. He still has... He put out his other 2 cams. I like that one. It's not too bad. Question is, where's he put the other 2? My bet is he has 1 in sight and then 1 in probably like the hallway or in the opposite sites. Maybe 2 in sight and then 1 outside. Here comes in Green Frog. Looks like he drowned himself in. Vortex is able to pick him up. Great job there. Great flick from him. He was looking in the wrong direction, but Exo was able to trade it right back right onto Nyx. So that's going to be a 4-on-4. JT is very, very low. Looks like this is definitely in favor of Miner right now. Even though Vortex is low, JT's low. Miner is still full HP. They did lose the Ash early on. I'm not exactly sure what she was doing. She just kind of droned herself in, but it really wasn't anything else past that. Dot Dash is looking menacingly into Hookah. Not going to be able to make the kill, but here comes Blue. He's going to be coming on up, applying some pressure to JT. Heavy just going to be pushing Dot Dash back. Here comes JT. No, it looked like he wanted to run out there for a second, but he didn't quite decide to commit. On the other side of the map, we do have Vortex picking up Wonderful. That's going to be the Thermite down, brings it to a 4-on-3 in favor of Paradox. By Miami Deluxe, even picked up by Battle Eye. Vortex also picks up Exo. That's a 3K for Vortex so far. He's on track for an ace. He's looking around, trying to find the last 2 remaining guys. It is a 4-on-2, definitely in favor of Paradox right now. Here comes Dot Dash and Blue. Blue is going to probably hop on in. Vortex still does have his C4, so if they get intel that they're trying to push in, he could get a very good easy kill. But it looks like JT is able to be picked up by Dot Dash. There is a shield in front of it. Dot Dash right now. Just want to let that known. He finally gets picked up. Heavy is able to pick up Dot Dash. JT picks up a down Blue. I believe Blue is in sight. Finally got downed. So that's a good job from Paradox. Able to pick up that round. Vortex with a 3K. Good job for him. Alright, so Miner's first off-site, or like second site, is going to be Kitchen. You know, I was mentioning that earlier. Kitchen is also played instead of Hookah. I believe they're both being felt out, I would say. You know, both sites are just kind of getting felt out. You know, is it viable, is it not? I just want to remind you, at the very beginning of Borders Life, a lot of people actually played inside of Customs, because I don't think people realized that Customs just really wasn't that great of a site, so they were just kind of testing it out for a while. I kind of think that's exactly what we're seeing coming out for Miner and honestly the rest of the scene. I just don't think that we haven't really figured out what the 2 best sites are. I think we all know that Penthouse is definitely like the go-to site, but what's the second site? You know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's more like a Hookah, or do you guys think it's more like a Kitchen? Now there is a 4th site, I want to say. I don't know where it's at though. I haven't really played it. I think there's a 4th bomb site though. I'd have to go back and look. Oh yes, it is. It's Blue and Sunrise actually. Honestly, I think that's viable too, if you think about it. I mean, it's a little bit different. It's kind of the same situation, same setup as Bar, or excuse me, Hookah, but who knows? So here comes Exo, lounging out, just kind of chilling out in the courtyard, I should say. Just kind of taking a snooze, chilling out, while Paradox closes on in. And we do see a Mira on the Defender, nothing too crazy. Maybe, I don't know exactly where they put it up, maybe on the service entrance facing towards, like what I want to call delivery, or like that single door. A lot of times you'll see them like maybe try to even bring a Montang in there, but normally you'll have an anchor inside of bathroom, I want to say it is. So if you have an anchor inside a bathroom, it makes it kind of hard to push in there unless you were able to frag him out. That's kind of a big deal part of that. Yeah, it looks like we will have blue inside of bathroom. His second mirror is on kitchen wall facing in towards service entrance. So good job. Pretty standard stuff right now. They're playing wonderful pretty close. Looks like Paradox is starting to take upstairs. That's exactly what they've done. They've taken upstairs control, and now they're going to probably start working their way on down. Ashing the floor. Not sure exactly what that sort of angle gives you if you ash the floor right there, but maybe he knows something that we don't. He's going to be using, because they don't have a buck. Honestly, a buck would be really good in this situation. Exo actually was just seen by Nyx, but Nyx didn't realize that he saw him on his screen here. So that's going to be a good pickup. A good thing for Nyx, or a good thing for Exo that he didn't quite get picked up there. He's playing pretty aggressive. Dot dashed on the drone. Really close by. Nyx is droning in the middle of the stairway. Does Mayhem see him? No, he doesn't. Oh, he comes for the repeat. No one's seeing Exo. That's a really interesting angle that you can't see him from that hallway. Great job for Miner for realizing what angles are what. And Exo is able to play just so aggressively inside this hallway. So then they know that they're on the blue stairs. Nyx is on blue stairs. Dot Dash is able to push out and picks him up. Looks like Exo's been droned out. He's going to go ahead and finish off that drone as he rotates on around. Finish it off, buddy. I know you want to do it. Looks like JT is able to pick up blue on the other side. That brings it back to a 4-on-4. Finally is able to pick him up. That was inside of bathroom. Shot through the drone hole. Mayhem's going to be going for the peek. Exo is trading back some bullets. He's going to go ahead and get down by Heavy. He's going to finally get picked back up. Meanwhile, Mayhem's able to pick up Dot Dash as well. Green is able to trade right back onto Mayhem. Brings it to a 3-on-2. Excuse me. Now it's a 2-on-2 with Green Frog going ham. He's able to pick up 2 and is finally finished off by Heavy. Brings it all down to Wonderful to clutch it in a 1v2 situation. There is a drone coming in from Heavy. Wonderful. Not too much utility. Going to go ahead and push on in with only 10 seconds remaining. He can peek right now. Wow, great shot from him. JT seeing him through the rack. He's able to finish him off. Interesting to see that Wonderful didn't see this. I don't like, how do you not see him pushing in through barbed wire? Great job. And honestly, I think that laser on Wonderful gave it away. Alrighty. We are now going into the 5th round. Paradox up 3-1 right now. That was the first round for Miner. Good job for them. Or excuse me, that was a round for Paradox, so they were able to extend their lead up to 3-1. We're going to be going back up to Penthouse Theater. Last time they won this pretty handedly. Vortex went ham with a 3K. Now finally, Miner has decided not to bring a Montang. I think these teams have realized, hey, this Montang thing, it really isn't working out for us. Let's switch off. And I totally agree with this situation, although they have not brought a Thatcher, which means if they decide to put batteries on that back wall, they're not really going to be able to get rid of them. So I think the really big key here, taking VIP, this is just a little bit of the analyst in me. I think you really just need to open up trophy door, and you need to open up VIP window. You need to drone it out. You need to nade anyone inside of VIP, and then you take VIP, and then once you have VIP control, and once you have that hallway control, make sure you don't get pushed up. Maybe even open an angle from VIP towards A wall. You can maybe sledge that. They did bring a sledge. Once you get control of that VIP, because VIP is really the center, because that gets into the back of B wall. You do have that Blackbeard. That's going to be Green Frog. He's going to be playing Blackbeard, so you're going to see him on B window. Once you thermite into the back of B, you can plant up close. Now, once you do that, you can go for the plant, but we haven't really been seeing that. We've seen them kind of push VIP. We haven't really seen them go all out on VIP is what I really want to say. Now, Blue, he just opened up that VIP window. Perfect. That's exactly what he should have done. Dot Dash, that is not a yokai. That is actually a regular drone. It looks like there's a interesting bug here. We have Dot Dash and Heavy's drones are both the yokai symbol. Looks like Heavy is going to be the real yokai, by the way. Just for Heavy is the echo here. So, yokai, you're playing a little sneaky. Being sneaky deaky.
Bomb located by
so with that, Dot Dash is going to be inside of VIP. There's Vertex. Now Vortex, excuse me. Vortex is now inside this hallway. He's waiting for the right time to push up and through this hallway. Green Frog is spamming through, trying to prevent that sort of thing from happening. But I still think that it is very valuable to be having Vortex here just to make sure that this doesn't happen. Looks like he's going to get spammed. He's going to get pushed all the way back. I think he missed his opportunity to push. Wonderful is now down super low. Looks like Mayhem's able to pick up Green Frog. That is actually the Blackbeard. Mayhem, great job all the way from, I believe, downstairs. Ran outside, was able to pick him up on the rappel. Good job for him. It is now a 5-on-4. Still in favor of Paradox. Not looking good for Miner at all. Dash pushes all the way up and is able to pick up Vortex hiding inside that little corner. Brings it back to a 4-on-4. But now is there a way to open up that wall? That is the real question. Can they open that wall up? Looks like they're going to go ahead and reset Wonderful. He was on about 1 HP, so good for him. Good for them. Looks like Heavy is able to hop out and grab Exo. That was from the site. Exo being a little bit too aggressive there. Now that back wall is still fully reinforced. I believe he still has the batteries. Blue is able to pick up Heavy, so that's no more Yokai. I believe that got picked up a long time ago. Here comes Dash picking him up. What just happened? Did he just get TK'd? Yes, he did just get TK'd. That's going to be wonderful. Taking down his own player, Dash. That is not good, boys. That is not good at all. In favor, definitely of Paradox. Blue is low, Wonderful's low, everyone else on the defense is pretty high on HP. Nick's sitting close with the shotgun, is going to punish anyone. He still has 3 smoke grenades remaining with 40 seconds left. This is not looking good. He needs to start smoking there. Here comes Nix, is able to bring down Blue even lower. Both attackers are now deadly dangerous. They could spit on these attackers and they would both die. Here comes Mayhem from behind. Here comes Blue rotating around. He's going to get picked up. That's the diffuser. Mayhem now has control of the diffuser with only 20 seconds left. Wonderful is in an impossible situation. You might be able to pick up one, but past that, I don't think it's going to be possible. Yeah. Mayhem, this isn't going to happen, buddy. Here comes that Wonderful. Goes for the drop shot. Not going to be able to hit it. Mayhem sees it coming and picks him up. And with that, we are on match point. We are on series point as well. If Paradox wins this, they will take the series 2-1 in week 6, day number 11 of the CCS. My name is Talon. I'm your caster. You can follow me at Twitter at Talon_Merc. I usually post when these matches come out. Also follow CCS at CCS Esports. Check them out as well. They post all the announcements, all the matches, all the new series comes up. Any news, we're going to post it there as well. Make sure you get your fill of CCS news, CCS action. So here we go into potentially the final round. This is going to be interesting to see. We are seeing that very same Tinky Heavy lineup for Miner. They have three armors, Wonderful, Blue, and Dash, all running big heavy guys. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, they have decided to continue to bring the Montang. Now, last time they did push into here, the Miner did win. They were able to pick up Heavy with the Yokai. Heavy, he ended up taking Pool, like the pool table, and then he pushed in through the hallway, got into VIP. Exo was able to pick up one, and then they ended up trading because the Yokai Germ was able to prevent Heavy from fully utilizing his shield. So good job for them. Now, Exo has actually switched up from, instead of Smoke, now he's a Bandit. That's fine if he's gonna be rotating around. He's gonna be playing on a heavier roam. Last time we saw him try to anchor down inside a VIP, and I'd say that worked. So I'm not sure why he decided to switch off a Smoke. Definitely would like to see a Smoke over Bandit just for the late round, being able to prevent that. But either way, here comes Paradox. Looks like a very heavy attack into Hookah. Same exact thing is happening. They're going to push down into Hookah, push down into Hallway, take control of Hallway, take control of VIP, and then push them from there. They do have the Thatcher and the Thermite, as well as the Habana, so they should be able to get that VIP wall no problem whatsoever. Once they push Wonderful out of sight, they could even potentially go for a plant. However, looks like they have pushed Heavy all the way down onto Cool/Blue stairs. They should see Exo inside of that blue bar downstairs, if that Heavy was able to find him. Yeah, it looks like Vortex just kind of has an idea that there is a roamer, but where? I think they need to move up that Claymore. They put a Claymore on the outside exterior where Nyx is droning. I think they need to put that Claymore on these blue stairs right where you see Vortex looking right now. I think that would definitely help them out a bunch. Exo's right underneath JT on the Ash right now. Looks like they will be pushing on into VIP. They now have control of VIP, so we should be seeing them. The EMP is now out, so it's going to be up to Nyx to run up and get the Thermite wall. If he Thermites this wall open, that's going to be the first time that we've seen in this game to get that wall open for a plant to happen. Not sure exactly who has the diffuser right now. Nyx does not have the diffuser, so it's going to take a second. Here comes up the drones. He's going to open up the wall. It's going to be up. Looks like Wonderful is close. They now have droned it out. They should know that no one's close in that wall. A little bit of a ping coming up. Heavy is decided to push into sight. Looks like Wonderful. Push into bathroom. He's going to be trying to hold from bathroom, but this could get punished from the hatch. However, JT is able to pick him right up. Brings it to the first kill of the round with, that's 2 minutes down. Where's the diffuser? They need to get the diffuser in here ASAP. EXO is currently on the roam on the opposite side right now. He should be seeing Nyx coming up. No, he just missed Nyx. Just a poor timing. Blue's able to pick up Mayhem. That was a Thatcher. It looks like Nyx should be going down for a plant. This should be the plant right here. Looks like EXO on the Vortex. Picks up one. JT was able to pick up Blue, but the diffuser is active. Brings it to a 2-on-2 situation with the diffuser planted. Nyx is currently inside of VIP, but looks like he just barely missed EXO. EXO will be able to pick him up, but he gets traded back immediately. Dot Dash is coming on back around. Excuse me, it was a 3-on-2. That will actually be the round. They were able to fully retake the site. Good job on Miner to stay inside this game.
Bomb diffuser disabled by defenders. Defenders win.
So I think they did a pretty decent job of pushing into VIP and getting the plant off, but I don't think they properly held down their rotates. You know, they EXO and I believe Green Frog were both on the roam. So when you kind of have such a heavy roam like that, you either have to do one of two things. You have to hunt down the roamers, or you have to be able to repel the roamers from pushing in from behind. I think that if the attackers had pushed deeper into sight, that would have been a lot easier to do. I think if they pushed like all the way up and planted in B window, I think that they would have been able to maybe get it off and then hold it from there. Now Blue did just go recruit. Now he has left the game, so we might be seeing a rehost.
Deploying razor wire. Activating camera.
Yep, that's going to be the rehost from Miner. So we will be right on back. I'm going to give these teams about 3 minutes to get on back. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for your patience, guys. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. CCS Week 6, Day 11. We just had a rehost, but it looks like both teams are now back in the lobby. As soon as we get it ready from both, we will go ahead and resume where we picked up. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. Hopefully, we will get started and back into this soon. The score is currently 4-2 in favor of Paradox. Paradox will be on defense, and they should be going into Hookah. From there, it's match point. You know, it's all on Paradox. If they can just win one round, they have 2 rounds to do it before we get into overtime. So I think they can do it. I think that last time they held, so we'll have to see. Last time they held Hookah fairly well. So the fact that we're still here again, interesting. We definitely need to get this game started. Come on, guys. Give us the ready. Give us the almighty ready. Well, once these teams stop wasting time, here we go. We are going to go ahead and get started. Just remember, the score is 4-2 in favor of Paradox. I'm going to go ahead and put up some text for you guys, just so that we know.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Convoy ready.
Fortified the wall! Wall reinforced!
Alrighty, there we go. So the score has now been updated. Just add whatever the current scoreboard is plus what you currently see on the screen. Minor Esports +2, Paradox +4.
Seconds left.
Match point in favor of Paradox. Remember, this is also series point. If Paradox wins
5
this one
seconds
round, that's going to be it.
Attackers recovered the bomb.